Hello, 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 everybody. Everybody. What's cracking? What's happening? What's going on? How is everybody doing? Guys, people of the seas and everywhere else in this world. A man's versus woman's jealousy is equal. Correct. That is equal. A woman's jealousy is worse than a man's jealousy, however. And I will explain that in just a second. I'm not sure how long I will make this video. I kind of want to make it a 15 minutes, but it depends on how much I talk about the subject. Let's put the microphone a little bit closer. But yes, guys, so a man's jealousy is different from a woman's jealousy. And I thought of this topic a while back when I always see couples, and again, remember the season and there's a lot of couple stuff, but I have seen couples go through a whole bunch of jealousy aspects. However, it's mainly the woman that is more jealous than the men. And that is coming from what I see. It might not be that aspect, but this is my podcast area, whatever, live stream. And I'm just calling it what I see. Because you know why women have a higher jealousy? I'll give you one clue. Hormones. Yes. Absolutely, guys. Hormones are different in women than men. And I say this because women tend to attack a man every single time something goes wrong, or something like just an attack of everything. The women just attack the men because I don't know why, it's the woman's always has to be right. The woman needs to have the last say so. The woman is the head honcho, wears big boy pants and big girl pants in this relationship. It's a dominance thing between a woman. They have more hormones, so they feel more dominant. However, a male can be like, yeah, I don't want to be too jealous of my woman. I don't want to bug her. I don't want to make her mad, because then she'll get mad at me if I ask her questions. The men could basically be in that set point where they're trapped, because if he asks her, where you been, she's gonna be like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay, but if he is somewhere, she asks him, where you been? Where you been? Usually the male is not gonna be like, okay, they're gonna be like, okay, where have you been? And that's it. But a woman will antagonize it and say, where you been? You're cheating on me. They'll have more of that hormone thing where they're more jealous. Jealousy, it's in a woman's brain that anything to them is jealousy. Now, I'm not saying that from a whole spectrum. Hello, diamonds. Dang, I haven't seen you in a while. Well, welcome in. Don't forget that little thumbs up. I haven't seen you in this season. Yes, I'm in season 3. No, it's not season 3 anymore. This is season 5. So yes, women have more of an emotional distraught when a man just all of a sudden just starts doing different things, doing something differently, and like, oh yeah, who showed you that? Men could care differ. A lot of the men that I have seen through these relationships that I have seen the past 5 months that I've been gone, I have seen that men don't even care. Men do not care if the woman goes out because they can't say anything. If the woman goes out, they can't say, hey, don't be going out. However, if the man goes out, the woman has control over the man and say, hey, you can't be going out. No, you're staying here. Working and helping with family. Yeah, season 5, I agree with you. Thank you, thank you. But jealousy mostly is in women. The way I see it is because they have more hormones of nature. If a man sees his woman with it, well, let's just say, let's go first with a woman because we're attacking women. If that's people want to say I'm an attacking woman, I'm a woman myself, so I'm coming from a woman's perspective as well. But a woman can see their man talking to a female and automatically think they're cheating, or automatically think, you must like that person. Start wondering. Some men that have been in relationships for X amount of years and they see their woman talking to another man, depends on how they look, because if a woman knows how flirty they can be, and if the man knows how flirty that person can be, yeah, it can become a different. But a man's perspective will be like, okay, that's cool. You want to cheat on me, then that's cool. But a woman, no, they get outrageous. They get crazy. They want to, case someone. They want to stab someone or something like that. They want to go crazy. They want to attack everything. And I could say that is hands down true, because I've seen a lot of the relationships do the same thing. It is equal, yes, men and women have this equal, but the more emotional people get, like for women, is more of the woman's side. That's the way I see it. The woman has a dictatorship, basically saying that they're going to get emotional if you cheat on them. So if the man somehow cheats on his wife or girlfriend at that time, she's going to get emotional and she's going to start crying and crying and crying. And the man is like, man, I'm going to carry on. I have no more feelings for you. And it happens to a lot of men. It's mostly men that lose the feeling for their significant other. It is mostly men that don't have any more feelings for their wife or their girlfriend for some reason, for some odd reason, because you know why? It's all about hormones. If a guy breaks up with a girl, oh man, who's going to cry the most? The man is certainly not going to cry the most. The man's going to carry on with life and be like, man, this is what I needed. I needed a relaxation. Like, she's going crazy. My head is spinning. And the woman's going to be like, oh, you broke up with me. And they're gonna go run to their besties or best friend and be like, oh, you broke up with me. And meanwhile, the man, if they get broken up, they're like, whatever. It's whatever. They don't have an emotion. They're not going to be crying for days and hours and hours and days. That emotion is not there. That hormone emotion is not there. Women have more hormones. Women are going through more hormone changes. It could be that time of the month. It's just a whole bunch of changes going on with women. And the man just doesn't have those changes. So he doesn't have that feeling. And it'd be like that some days. It'd be like that. I can recall so many relationships that a man breaks up with a woman and he doesn't really care for her no more. He just breaks up. He's like, ah, it's whatever. And then he got another woman. And once he starts jumping to it from a woman to another woman, oh yeah, they don't really love you. They were cheating you in the first beginning and stuff like that. That's what everybody says and assumes. And it's like, no, they just don't have that. They don't have that hormone to cry it all out. Women they gotta cry. They have to cry it out. Like, we spend so much time together. They make memories in their head. They make memories in their head. And those memories, they last a long time for a woman. The memories that a man has, like if they're in a relationship and then they break up for X amount of years, they just think about memories and memories and memories. Some men do think about memories. It all depends on that person's brain aspects. Some men, don't get me wrong, some men do have that emotional distraught in them to where it's like they'll cry it out, they'll drink and drink. Oh, she left me. Well, maybe she left you because you're doing something wrong. Maybe because you're drinking, Most of the time, half of the time, relationships end drinking. And it's just hands down. If one person starts drinking, it depends on how they get while they're drinking. They could be a smooth drinker. And if they never drunk in their lifetime, and then they feel the alcohol in them, but they feel aggression, that could be a big problem. Because in most men have an aggression when they're drinking. Some, I could say let's just say half have an aggression, that they get aggravated, they want to fight someone, and then their significant others may be getting on their nerves, and they finally got the guts to stand up to their woman and be like, hey man, you don't run the house on the show, and try to stand up to their woman saying, I'm not just going to have the dang garage, I'm going to have the whole house too. And that's a session for another day. Like, why can't a man have portion of the house? I'm sorry if I'm screaming, but it bothers me. It really does, because I, for once, have seen a lot through my whole entire life of living, guys. Through my whole entire life of living. All the time, the woman has the whole house. But the man only has the garage. That's it. And if they live in an apartment, it's worse, because the man doesn't have anything. Nothing. Probably but the closet. I don't know about you, but when I was in a relationship, I didn't really care for decorating the way I'm decorating in my apartment now. I didn't care for paintings on the wall. I didn't care for decorations, just decorations. My significant other kind of wanted to put paintings, but then he's all like, well, I don't want to put paintings if she doesn't like it or she doesn't want it. So he was on the same page, like, okay, well, she don't want it. But then he's, again, intimidated. Again, intimidation by a woman. So it's all like, no. But that's a kind of like a story for another day. Like, if you want to hit on that subject, we can hit on that subject all day. Like, I don't know, man. Let me go refill my cup. Diamonds was in the building. So we gotta treat equally. The jealousy is in women mostly. And I know for sure because I'm a woman myself again. I'm not discriminating and stuff. This is what I see. This is what I see. I have never seen a woman break up with their boyfriend and be like, well, I have seen a couple of them. I can't say I have never, but I have seen a couple of women break up with their boyfriend and not cry about it. Like if their boyfriend was so good to them or they had a good relationship and whatnot. I have never, like I said, I have seen it, but it's very rare that, oh, whatever, he's just all over the place. And they break up for a reason. They break up because that person, the significant other, has failed them. That's why a lot of the women break up with the males, because it's like, I thought he was okay, but then he started acting this way, or I thought he was a nice person, but now he's not a nice person. And it's very rare. It's very, very rare. I do know one of my coworker said that too. Okay, so I think I was talking to her about her relationship, because I think she was down in the dumps for a while, and I was like, are you all right? And she just kept saying, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, like I'm fine. Like, I know I'm her manager, so she kind of don't want to speak to me about it, but I told everybody, because I guess because that's the type of person I am. But that's the type of, I don't know how to say it, but I'm not trying to be in people's business, but I'm just trying to comfort them, because a lot of people get mistaken in relationships, and I know it's hard relationships. So she was telling me that, well, I think, what the heck is that? This guy going crazy. Another guy going crazy. So she was telling me that, yeah, me and him broke up. I said, oh yeah, you did? She's like, yeah, I did. I mean, I painted a picture the way I wanted him to be, and he was not that person. And he kept messing up. That's all she kept saying, was he kept messing up. And I'm all like, what do you mean? Well, I wasn't going to say, what do you mean messing up? But I'm like, oh yeah. I said, do you feel anything after? She's like, no, it's whatever. I don't really care anymore. Like, I thought he was that man that I wanted him to be, but he's not that man that I wanted him to be. So then I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, well, that's where I'm talking about, where it's very rare to find a woman like that. And she did stop, and she can't tell me that it's whatever, because I know I saw her a couple of times, like sniffling and stuff. On the other hand, probably the man doesn't even give a F. Like, oh, it's whatever. Because the more you think about it, of the relationship and the way they had 2.5 years. They were doing the same thing. They were going out, they were meeting each other, and then all of a sudden that stops. You're telling me they don't have feelings for each other still like that? She does. I know she does. She misses that. He probably kind of misses that, but then in a way, he's just like, oh, it's whatever. What are you going to do? Just carry on. Some couples in general, well, some men and women, let's just say that, do think about their future. They're like, I don't need a relationship right now. I'm too young. I want to live life. And they just think about that. Some people are like that. Think about it. So a man and a woman's jealousy, guys, is sort of equal. But like I said, women do have that hormone that they think that their significant other is always cheating on them. Because the man cannot go hang out. It's I think I said this in my third season or fourth season. Is it's not okay for the opposite sex to hang out with each other. Meaning, it's not okay for your man to hang out with a woman. It's not okay for the woman to hang out with a man. That's what same sex getting along with each other. Because when I was in a relationship, and this again, personally, this is me. I told my significant other, all I have is guy friends. You have to be okay with me having guy friends. And what happened? He was okay. He was fine. And that's called an exception. That, oh, okay, you have guy friends and that's understandable. You can't make friends that are girls and you've been like this your entire life and you just never got along with females. That makes sense, right? Because I feel like females will cause more of a drama. I don't even know how to be female myself. So like makeup, hair, just all that feminine stuff. I don't understand it. I never did. So it's all like, even if so, feminine females have hormones that change inadvertently, and they think everybody's cute. Oh, he's cute, or he's cute. Oh, he has a cute face, whatnot. I think I went over that in the second season, I believe. But a woman definitely got the jealousy over everything. Succeeding in life too, guys. Succeeding with your significant other. Usually the significant other, the male, let's just say the male, wants to succeed, but however, the female wants to succeed more or better than that. And then this becomes like a duel, which is not healthy. And I know it's not healthy. Coming from my standpoint, jealousy over getting things first in a relationship, getting a car first, as y'all growing, getting, just being first at everything, at your career, at a vehicle. You want to be the first. Usually women have that jealousy than a men. Men, sometimes they're like, okay, well, I'm thinking about my career, but at the same time, I want my woman to make a career first, because they do have an intention where it's like, okay, giving. Men do have a giving tension. Like, oh, I'll give my wife or girlfriend this. But in the same time, yes, couples do need to work on the jealousy between having a male friend and a female friend. Because yes, there is intentions that could be made with a guy, your significant other, hanging out with that other person. So let's reference the other way around. Let's reference the male, because we're attacking females a lot. If a guy wants to hang out with a girl, the girl usually is the one that the relationship is the one that gets very jealous, because they think that something's going to happen because those intentions. If the female hangs out with a guy, it's the same thing around. That's why it's called equal. However, for some odd reason, we actually need to break that spell and be open-minded. I can't say open relationship, because some person a while back pointed me out. Oh, you can't have an open relationship. What do you mean open relationship? Oh man, that person went crazy on me. I said open-minded, open relationship, open-minded, where you can actually hang out with someone. The male can hang out with this chick and the female not get jealous. And that's what I've learned. And then if you question me, like, if you're in a relationship, you would understand. I was in a relationship. And that's exactly how I was. Like, no, you can't hang out with my man. Because then he's going to start liking you. And then you start attacking. You start getting jealous. I was in that position. It was okay for me to hang out with guys, but not okay for him to hang out with girls, which he really doesn't. He in general didn't know how to talk to females, so I was good at that point. But as your time goes on with this person, they're experiencing different things. You're developing. And one thing is for sure, guys. Oh, let me go empty my cup. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay. So one thing is for sure, guys, that the woman's jealousy would be attacked for the man. So if that man was to all of a sudden just go a different direction, do something out of his boundaries, the woman usually is the one to attack, saying, you're going to sleep on the couch. You're going to sleep outside. You're going to sleep in your car today. But why can't you attack the woman for doing things wrong? Why? Why can't we attack the woman for doing something wrong? If the man does something wrong, the jealousy from there is like, you are going to sleep in the living room. You're going to sleep outside. You're going to sleep in your car. Or you're going to sleep in the outhouse. Okay. What about the opposite? Why don't we make it equal? If the woman does something wrong, you're going to go sleep in the car. You're going to go sleep on the couch. You're going to go sleep in the outhouse. Why can't we have that? Why? Because again, woman's jealousy is more intense than a man. The woman have more endorphins. The woman is the attacker. Is the jealous attacker. The men could care differ. If the woman messes up, oh, okay, it's silence for the man. The man doesn't really care for anything else, but just silence, whatever. They could care less. Like, okay, let's carry on, because if I get mad at her, she's going to attack me. So now the man has to be quiet and not say a word. However, the jealousy of the woman is more intense. Telling you guys. Telling you. That's one point to even point out. That is one big one. One big one. Now, because I gotta tell you how many relationships I have seen. How many I have seen, guys. I've seen so many that's how it works. That's how it is. If the man attacks the woman and gets jealous of the woman, somehow, some way, the family relatives start knowing. And they think, oh, he's a bad person. Watch out, he might hit you. And that's the first thing they start doing is, for some reason, somehow, family starts knowing that, oh, you got mad at her for hanging out past 2 o'clock, past 3 o'clock. And then she's all like, she can get mad at you and then give you the silent treatment as well. And maybe you lose something. I'm not sure what you're going to lose, but you're going to lose something. A lot of relationships start saying, you're going to lose this, you're going to lose that, or you're going to lose a relationship in general. Hands down, you might even lose the whole relationship, and you don't want to F that up. The male doesn't want to F that up because of the jealousy of the woman. Some women are on drugs, guys. Yes, they will stay with a man and plead for the man. I've seen that happen as well. Let me go refill the other cup that I have, because I'm about to start drinking. We have diamonds in the house, So we're going to make it 15 minutes longer. So it's not easy. It's not easy, guys, to hang out with a male hanging out with a female. Not easy. Well, the man can also get jealous again for hanging out with, or she hanging out with males. That's why I could say, I'm going to say equally, guys, equally. Equally, I'm not going to say, well, let's say 50%, because I want to put a percent in there. 50%, man or woman, lie to their significant other. They lie. They lie all the time. And I think I said this in my 3 live streams ago about lying and stuff. Oh, yeah. It was the one that, if he's so much of a liar, then why are you with him? If you haven't seen that, go watch that video. But they lie. A woman can lie to a man just as much as a man can lie to a woman. It's equal. I have known a lot of women lie to their men about people they hang out with. Because half of the time the man doesn't agree, doesn't want you to hang out with those people or hang out with a certain type of person. The man also has that instinct as well, is equal, where it's like, well, I can't hang out with a woman or anything like that, so I'm gonna have to, let's just say it from my perspective, guys. Y'all know I only mostly have male friends, right? Okay. The male friends that I do know, this is insight. The male friends that I do know, I'm gonna cheers to this one, hold on. They lie to their significant other on coming to my apartment. And I'm not saying I'm a relationship breakuper. I'm not saying I'm trying to get in between a relationship. It's the fact that they cannot tell their significant other they're hanging out with me. I always have to be a representation as a dude. I'm going to hang out with Joseph. Meanwhile, they're hanging out with me. If the person had a relaxed significant other and they can talk to their significant other, and again, which I said a while back, talking to their significant other, making sure they're fully aware of where they're going and they won't be jealous. And it's equal, guys. But that's coming from me because this is what I see all the time. I have been single for 8 years already. 8 years. And I have seen relationships, men want to be friends with me. In a relationship, they could be married. They could be in a relationship. Just their girlfriend. But they always got to lie to where they see where they're at. Like, oh, I'm going to this person's house. I'll be over there, and they'll lie. Instead of telling them the truth that they're with me, just hanging out. So you know what that leaves me? Stuck in the middle. That leaves me stuck in the middle next time. Because it's always like that. And I always ask too, always ask the significant, well, not the significant, but I always ask, be like, okay, does that person know that you're going to hang out with me today? Like, that's why I'm so skeptical of meeting couples. Because it's always, the female barely even pays attention to me. Like, if I start being friends with the female and then the male starts liking me or liking how I am in a person, they can't tell them that I like to hang out with her. No, I'm gonna go to BM World's house today. No, they're not gonna say that. They're gonna lie every single freaking time too. And again, it puts me in the middle. And I'm not trying to be that kind of person. Like, I said this on the live stream that I had a while back about if he's so much of a liar, why are you with him? That chick basically tried to represent me as, oh, I'm the person that wants to break up relationships. And I'm like, no, how about you talk to your significant other and tell them and ask them, okay, do you like me? Do you want to just hang out with me? Like, there's no just hanging out. Because everybody thinks, again, the woman is the mostly that just thinks y'all doing something immediately. Like, what the heck? At 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, y'all still hanging out. That means y'all doing something. The man be like, that does seem suspicious. And just wonders. But the woman is like, y'all doing something. Just automatically, just assumes the worst. And it's hands down. I'm saying that from experience that I have had and things that I have went through. And it's again, the woman's jealousy is more attacked. They get more attacked. I just, and that's why I said, people keep talking to me about, oh, what if you're in a relationship? I said, if I was in a relationship right now, it would be open-minded. If my man wanted to hang out with a female, yeah, go ahead. Oh, then what if happens behind closed doors? What if the person's cheating on you? And that's why I tell you, have an open-minded relationship. Ask them straight up. Do you like that person? Do you think that person's cute? Do you admire that person? Do you like the person's personality? Just talk to them. And don't get mad when they say back. Because a lot of females be like, that's your type. And like I said, it'll be like that some days, man. It'll be like that some days. Woman versus man jealousy, guys. It's equal. It is equal. If you're in a marriage, if you're just a couple. I was in a relationship for 10 years. The jealousy didn't happen until 7 years. No, yeah, about 7, 8 years. That's when the jealousy started happening, because that's when that person wanted to explore. After 10 years too, you're growing together. You want to explore. You want to be a different person. You don't want to just hang out with your significant other anymore. You want to explore. Some couples can explore together. Some can. Like, you want to explore, let's all explore together. That's what I call open-minded relationships. Because you're exploring together, you're expressing how you feel with your significant other. And that's a story for another day. It's called growth and development. You gotta talk to your significant other. I've always said that woman's jealousy is more intense. Always said that, because I have met, being in a person that always has male friends, I've seen it. I have seen it, that they don't care. They can break up with you tomorrow. They wouldn't care, because they don't have that type of feelings. They don't care. They don't have that jealousy in them. Some will lash out if they find a woman that doesn't, let's say they're trying to look for a relationship. Some men do lash out and get jealous that the woman declined them. Oh, they lash out. They probably cave them or whatever. And that type of jealousy is no joke, guys. I've seen that happen, where the male really wants to be with this female, but the female is like, nah, I don't like you in that way. And the male gets really crazy. I mean, absolutely crazy. I actually had that happen to me a couple of times, guys. Not even once, twice. I think more than 5 times, probably. Because I have a boundary. And I've had males that intensely want to be with me, but I could have had a bad outcome myself. But there was males that wanted to be with me, but I didn't want to be with them. That made them crazy in their mind. Yeah, they got jealous. They got annoyed. They're like, who are you seeing? Why am I not good enough, or whatever? I actually could have had a couple of incidents really bad. But luckily they faded off. They just said, F it. Because they just faded off. If it wasn't like that, man, I probably would have not been here by now. And that's the thing about relationships in general, or trying to get into a relationship. Decline. Oh, I don't know, the girl didn't like me. I'm so pissed off. I'm so jealous now. She wanted him, not me. And sometimes it can go that way too, where she's all like, well, I'm with Todd now. Like, oh, you like Todd? Well, let's attack Todd now. Again, equally, guys. I'm not just attacking women, I'm also attacking men, because it is equal. But a woman's jealousy is stronger. And if you didn't hear this whole entire stream, I don't know where you be. This is my whole opinion about why women have the most jealousy. But again, hear me out. It's also equal. I see very equally. Now that I'm not in a relationship anymore, now that I'm seeing other people's relationships and seeing how they are, I'm just thinking about, if I was to get in a relationship, this is what type of person I'll be. Years down the line, we don't know. But I know for sure I'll be more open-minded than toxic. So yeah, let's come chit chat, talk over here on BM World's house. Why can't your man come to my house and chit and chat, talk without you? I'm a cool person. You just don't see it. Anyways, guys, thank you, Diamonds, for joining. Thank you. And yeah, men versus woman jealousy is equal. And woman jealousy is worse than a man's jealousy. However, I did touch up on the topics. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.